Well, hello there, and welcome back to the art room. I'm really glad you could make it today. It's kind of a special day here in the art room. I'm waiting for my gift from my eccentric Uncle Han. He lives in China. What a wonderful guy. He always sends the coolest gifts. 2 years ago, he sent me this. It's an invisibility cloak. Isn't that great? Oh, yeah. And the year after that, he sent me this great Aladdin's lamp. Wow. I should probably try making a couple of wishes someday. Anyway, I'm waiting for the delivery van to... Hey, I think I hear somebody in the driveway right now. I'll be right back. Oh, I can hardly wait. Well, whatever it is, it's not very big. There's a note. What's this? Well, it's a paintbrush. Huh. I wonder. Good old Uncle Han. Dear nephew, of all of the birthday gifts I've sent to you in recent years, this is truly the most special. At first glance, it appears to be a common paintbrush, but in the presence of a willing artist, its real powers are revealed. This is, from ages long ago, an enchanted Sumi brush. Use its power to inspire your students, Mr. Shay. Love, Uncle Han. So, let's get back to the art room so we can begin our Sumi brush paintings. Hey, so welcome back to the art room for our Enchanted Sumi brush lesson. I had so much fun making this one. I hope you stick with it for the whole lesson. Really did turn out well. I'm using a little bit larger format of watercolor paper, as you can see. Hey, there's our finished picture up there on the left. That's what we're going to be making. Can you believe it? It's gorgeous. So I'm going to start by trimming off 2 inches off the side of my paper to give it more of a vertical format, a little more authentic look. And on my piece of wood, then I'm going to be taping it down with my masking tape, just because we're going to get ready to get it all wet here in a minute with our Sumi brushes, or some other brushes too. There we go. And I love to get out my paintbrush container. Oh, it's like Christmas time. So picking out some good brushes, most of them Sumi brushes, but then there's that little detail brush you've seen me use before. So let's start off with a pencil, and we'll do a little drawing here just to make sure we turn out successfully. So within a roll of tape there, or any other round thing you have, sketch yourself out a sun. And then with a pencil, then I'm going to be sketching the body of our crane by making this little preliminary drawing of 2 circles. Kind of looks like a pear. And I'll add some legs, make a joint at the knee there for the heron. And then a couple of little things that look like pants. Basically, that's what they look like up here on top with his graceful neck and head, and I'm going around in sort of a reverse S bend there to hook our little shape onto our main body. Take your time, stop the video when you need to. And I'm going to sketch out a nice graceful beak for our heron. Down here I'm adding some tail feathers that we'll paint in a little bit later on. going around and refining things. Okay, great. Let's take some of that preliminary stuff out of there with my kneaded rubber eraser and get it ready for the next step, the water. So you put those legs in again. So I'm going to get a 1-inch paintbrush and my water here, and I love wetting down my paper. I just something about putting water on anything that's kind of fun. Ooh, that feels good. So let's start off with this coating of water. And now there's the Sumi brush, and I'm making a decision here, like what color do I want to add? Kind of a light gray, and stirring that around, and just let it run on your paper. Next, with a piece of paper towel, I'm going to model the surface and make some neat kind of extra shapes, and make the whole background look a little bit more interesting. And I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. Okay, we're all dry and we're back, so I love this part. I'm going to make some bamboo leaves, and I've got lots and lots of water on my Sumi brush, and I'm testing it out on my test sheet. With me, it's a kind of a mixture of brown and black and just a tiny, tiny bit of green in there. And don't worry, yours will be just fine, whatever color you pick out. So here's the magic of a Sumi brush, the pointed end with a gentle kind of a flicking motion. Let the pointed part of your brush touch the paper first, and just upward, lift your brush upward as you go from thin to thick. Over here on this side too. Isn't it just, oh, there's something about a Sumi brush that makes marks that you just cannot make with any other kind of brush. With the very point, I'm adding these little delicate stems that hook our bamboo leaves together. And one little thing there. Okay, why not? Okay, great. I hope yours is going okay. So now I'm going to work dry on draw here, wet on dry, I should say. And I'm going to, with straight orange, the most brilliant orange I can muster here, I'm going to see if I can fill in that area around the bamboo leaves that we painted. Full strength orange. And we've got this beautiful glowing orange sun back there. Oh, great. Now this part I wanted you to be successful with his head. So with our heron's head, I'm using a really thin lining brush here to do this. And think about it before you make yours. And kind of study what I'm doing here with the head, and take this part very, very slowly. And if you don't feel comfortable using a brush, hey, you can sneak in a black marker if you want to. Nobody's going to know the difference. Artist secret. Yeah, just from one artist to another. But paintbrush if you can. And I'm just going to go around his neck. Here I am with the Sumi brush again, filling in. So take your time with this part. It's kind of the part that'll set you off in a good mood to finish the rest of our crane if you're successful with his head here. So take your time. Okay, so now back at the original crane here that we're doing with the Sumi brush, and I've just got straight black in it. Going down his neck and doing some neat little feathery marks, and then let's come down to his tail. And whoops, let me make sure you can see that. There we go. And with the Sumi brush again, making those lovely marks that it makes, filling in some really neat looking feathery black shapes down there. And we'll outline his legs, put a little bump where the knee would be, and some more feathers. It's that thin to thick mark that is going to give you that great looking Sumi effect. And don't worry, you'll get better at it as you practice. All right, great looking tail there. And I'm just using what the Sumi brush does best, going thin to thick. All right, hey, for this next part, let's do his body. I'm just going to lay down some straight water on the body area. and stirring in some black, kind of the way we did at the beginning with the background, stirring in some black paint and just letting it run around a little bit and blend out. Now with a paper towel again, I want to make some neat feathery shapes, some interesting shapes to make it look like our heron has kind of a feathery body. Yeah. And back to my little fine brush that I use sometimes. See if I can outline or define his wing a little. Yeah. So this whole time I'm kind of switching between the Sumi brush and my detail brush. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason. Hey, just grab the brush that works best for you. Okay. Hey, now up into his crown here, he's got this really cool red crown on top of his head. It really is kind of the defining characteristic of these beautiful herons. And I'm going in and trying to get the most brilliant red I can. It's amazing how much visual interest that one little spot of red makes. And then defining the rest of his head with my lining brush here in black. All right, it's great. Loving it so far. Hope you're doing okay. All right, we're going to take some time to do some Chinese characters here. So what I've done is make some lines, and I'm creating 4 spaces that I'm going to be able to write some Chinese characters. So I'm putting up the originals for you here, and my apologies to my Chinese friends out there. I'm really not very good at this. They are beautiful shapes, and they really do mean something here as we're going. The translation is pine, crane, morning, sun. And the characters are just so beautiful and so graceful. They really do add to the scene, I think. And they're just little bits of art by themselves. They're just lovely little things. And I'm trying to take the time to copy them as best I can. I should have done that with a Sumi brush, but I'm just not good enough yet with my Sumi brush to pull that off. So into the markers for our chop. So let me kind of get in position here, and we'll design a chop. And we did this too with our koi fish lesson. And what's a chop? Well, it's just your mark as an artist, and you can make up any mark you want. This little chart on the left here shows some different ones that you could use. I made up my own. That's my little Mr.Shay chop, and that means I did it. Okay. Well, as I look at this, I'm kind of thinking we need some more visual interest here on the left. So with my Sumi brush again, I'm making these little cattail tops, and I love just the way they sort of look shaded just by the nature of how the Sumi brush lays the paint on. Using a fine line brush to make the stems. Whoops, a little too much there. Okay, and then we'll go back and add some more leafy shapes, kind of reinforcing the cattails. And I think I'll go back and I'll put little tips on them here, that little piece sticking out of the end. And some water. That really sells it too. We've got the heron is kind of standing in the water, so now we kind of know where he is. Okay, one last little bit here. I'm going to get my white paint out. This is acrylic paint in case, but you could use watercolor, would be okay if you have white watercolor in your set. And I'm just going in with my Sumi brush and adding some more visual interest and making it look like our heron has a little more depth in his feathers with my white, putting a little bit in his tail feathers too, and up into his neck. Oops, that made a little mistake there. Let's go back and we'll wipe that off. All right, and then I better just leave that the way it is. Okay, into his eye. I didn't really like the way the eye turned out, so I'm going to kind of retouch that eye a little bit. And a little bit of orange into his beak too, if you care to do that. And let's finish the eye off there. Okay. And around the back of the neck. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with the heron. Yay. All right. And a general cleanup at the end with my kneaded rubber eraser. And there we have it. So let's peel it back. And oh my goodness, that's just wonderful. I hope you like the way yours turned out. I'm going to sign mine the way you always do. Make sure you sign your work. It's kind of important that you do that. So let's stick it in a frame and see how things worked out. Yes. Oh, the magic Sumi brush really came through for us, don't you think? Okay. So remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you got something to be proud of. You're an artist. So stick with it, and we'll see you right back here next time in Mr. Shay's Art Room.